He's dead, Jim. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to some more Star Trek. Couldn't think of a better quote for this episode because, it's kind of simple, but it also really fits because, we've beaten them back. Though I do admire the tenacity and the fighting spirit of the Cardassians. They are continuing to pump out fleets. Are they using cheats to do it? Let's not talk about that too much right now, okay? Let me just close the door, because I forgot to do that at the beginning of the episode, or rather before I began recording. And now that we're done with that, I do want to go over to... Is it edicts or no? It's policies. I can't go to unrestricted wars. I can go to... I am at liberation wars, though. Okay, just to check over there. I thought that might be like a fourth option where it will allow me to take some territories, because... Okay, here's the thing. I don't want to expand the Federation by military means. Although you could say this is expanding by military means. But no, it's liberating the Cation and the Zenkethi coalition, right? That's not what I mean. What I mean is I don't want to expand militarily by taking over systems and then, claiming them and stuff. Which is a good thing, because the Federation cannot expand that way, even if I wanted it to. But here's also another small problem there. If you see, for example, the Saurians have these two exclaves. Now, I could just sell this off to the Romulans and be like, alright, there you go, happy. But I also wouldn't mind just taking these 4, 5, 6 systems, kicking the Romulans out and being like, this is your new border. That also wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Unfortunately, I don't really think I can do that, but, it was worth a shot, I would say. But speaking of he's dead, Jim, and all of that, we are fixing up our 2 fleets. I shall order reinforcements to be dispatched immediately to both of them. I shall also proceed to sell a metric ton of our resources, because we have way more than we need. I will not sell dilithium, though, because we're going to use a lot of dilithium to construct our vessels and such. So dilithium is actually useful, and I will not be selling it. Platinum we can... not platinum, latinum we can sell. It's not particularly useful. This we can also sell. This I don't really need, but okay, that's the second thing I forgot to do before starting recording. Sorry about that. It's a phone notification. Alright, there we go. Now let's buy some... I probably should have bought that much, to be honest. The reason is I think I want to maintain having around, was it 8,000 or something along those lines for the faction? I think it was one of these factions that want me to... Yeah. At least 5,000 in the bank. Okay, well it's not that much, but... they hate me anyway, so it doesn't really matter at this point. Okay, game is going to take its sweet time loading everything back in, because it's turned off until now. First time I'm logging in about 2 or 3 days. Okay, we can work on something over here. Ship build speed. See, this went ship build speed plus 25%, build cost minus 10. This is build cost another minus 10, orbital damage plus 20. Survey speed plus 50. I really don't need survey speed at this point. Improved stability won't be bad. Monthly unity is... I mean, it's alright. I got the 2 main things that I wanted here. Can I get ships of the line? Yes, I can. Age of Discovery unlocks during the Discovery game eras. Unlocks the Edison, Shran, and Ranger refits. Okay. Show me them. Or do I need to wait a little bit for them to... Field Constitution Nimitz. Ah, well, here's also something new. The Hoover and the Cardanus class. Fascinating ships. They look absolutely gorgeous. I cannot stress this enough. I mean, look at this Eagle as well. That's a troop transport, right? Heavily armed troop transport. The Shepherd class light cruiser. That's the one we discussed already. The one someone stepped on. Isn't it? No, that's the Crossfield, isn't it? The Crossfield is the one someone stepped on. The Shepherd is the smaller one someone also stepped on. Someone's been stepping on our cruisers. That's, not particularly nice of them. Command Hub Warp Inhibitor. I don't think Warp Inhibitor is the worst thing ever. Might want to invest in that, but this is a deep space station, not... Yeah, you know. Heavy Cruiser 2, Heavy Cruiser 4... It's not that big of a difference between the two. Special Ops Cruiser, Advanced Cruiser. Wait, why wouldn't I want the Advanced Cruiser instead of the Special Ops Cruiser? 4-1... Oh, because it has the blue thing. Right, it has a... What is this? It has a heavy modulated phaser rather than... Okay. I thought the other one was just straight up better, and I was like, oh, that doesn't quite seem right. Okay. Well, for now, I'm not going to be doing anything with those ships, unfortunately, until the war is over, and then I shall go over here into the Fleet Manager, and I will just add all those designs, basically. Probably just Crossfire and the other thing, maybe a Nimitz, maybe a few of these as well. But yeah, just add those and switch them around, basically. Though I do have enough to make an extra fleet of just those things, but I don't know. I don't feel particularly great doing that. The 4th fleet needs fixing up. And I don't think I'm going to requisition any more reinforcements for this war. I think we're done with reinforcements. Okay, there you go. Go. Go, 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 go.
Station under attack.
Reports of attack. Worrying reports across one of our settlements. Our automated defense systems have stopped following orders and have turned on us. Control seems to have gained control over our defenses and is directing them at us. Battle stations? Where are they? What are we fighting? Holy mother of everything good and oh god. Yeah, I think the Kumari's done for. I did not expect that. That is rogue AI. That is the stuff of nightmares. Okay, emergency. Big emergency. The 4th and the 3rd fleet are here. The 6th is on its way. The 1st needs to come back. The 2nd also needs to come back. And this war needs to end yesterday. Okay, are we on our way to do the thing? Yes, I would assume so. Okay. Mind you, the IGS Kumari is a ship from 5 million years ago. It's horribly outdated. It has very little in the way of everything. It's one of the worst ships, objectively speaking, that we have in the Federation. And, well, it survived, I guess, is important, but it also... I don't know, I feel like it survived for longer than it had any right to against something like this. and it actually did a little bit of damage. My point being, this doesn't say how much power this fleet has. It says, like, skull, right? So it's deadly. It doesn't give me a number, but I don't think it's that strong. Is the thing, right? I really don't. Okay, and then let's also bring construction ships. Yeah, there's where my intelligence comes into play. Because from what I can say, or from what I can tell, rather, sorry, these guys just destroy stations rather than occupy them, which would mean I have to go back in and rebuild everything, which is fine. I'm not, you know, I don't have a problem with that. That's fine. It's just that if I need to do it, then I need to have ships nearby to be able to replace all this stuff quickly, because I don't want the Sonar Command or the Orion Trade Federation to go in and mess with that. Also, I don't think these guys are actually going anywhere. I thought, based on their based on their trajectory, that they're going to start jumping into neighboring systems and such, but it doesn't look like it. Which is good. You know, I'm happy to not have to deal with that, let's say. Okay, did we lose any ships here? I don't think so, no, they just damaged some shields. Okay, and we have like another Columbia class coming in, so yeah. Yeah, reinforcements, there you go. Man, that ship build speed. The Enterprise has been commissioned. Okay, where is it? Where is it? There it is. The NCC-1701 Enterprise, under the command of Captain James T. Kirk. Alright, that is one very different looking ship compared to how we're used to seeing them in the original series, but I don't mind. I actually think that's a good thing. The only slight problem I have currently, which I believe will fix itself in due time, is that I have the Enterprise, but I don't have the Kirk. Yeah? So I have these folks, I have these guys, and Eduardo, Akani, Megan, Mayfield, that's all nice. I have Governor Sarek, who isn't actually a governor of anything. I might want to change that soon. Yeah, sure, let's turn this into a sector just for the governor. Alright, there you go, Sarek, just so you have something to do. But I don't... Yeah, there's going to be a bit of a problem. By the way, the Enterprise, a Constitution-class heavy cruiser Mark IV, comes with the standard equipment that is available on all ships. Heavy dual phaser banks, photon torpedoes, medium particle phasers, a lander pod wing, heavy Turelium plating, a lot of it, shield generator, inertial dampeners, and secondary command station. It does 500 damage, that amount of shields and hull points, but most importantly, it is one single ship and it has 3.1k power. It has about as much power as the 4th Fleet does, with 2, 4, 6, 7 different vessels. Still not close to the 1st Fleet, but look at the number of ships in the 1st Fleet. This is kind of why I want to replace those vessels. I would rather have a few ships, but have them be ridiculously powerful, than have 50 ships and have them all be eh. I understand that that's just my idea of warfare and Star Trek and the Federation and everything, or of Starfleet, I suppose, and that, you know, you might not necessarily agree with it. I accept that, but, well, feel free to disagree, I suppose, but, for now, this is my war, and this is how I intend on winning it. Okay, the RGS Kumari is over here. Let's take it back to Sol. And you know what? let's try and see how the Enterprise does against the rogue AI. It's going to be its first real test. And I will keep the Enterprise a separate vessel. I will not put it into any fleet or anything. It will be its own thing. It certainly has the power to act independently, so yeah, I will not be changing that. Okay, minesweep fusion torpedoes. I mean, we're never going to use these fusion torpedoes, but might as well know how to make them, because it might unlock some better torpedoes in the future or something. I don't know. You have to go there, unfortunately, Tran. They're gonna, yeah, you know what to do, basically. Okay, landed, secured it, achieve war goals, done. Okay, vote yes. If you're gonna vote no, then like if any of the war parties here are gonna vote no, you have problems. Okay, you have serious problems. Time for the Federation to GTFO out of Cardassian space. We've been here for too long.
Technology discovered.
Betazoid House is now a protectorate. It used to be a vassal. Okay. Fair enough. I am developing technologically, well, quite rapidly, let's say. Assault phasers, those seem interesting. Let's get those. The Federation celebrates diversity. Hold on, pause. The war is over. We admit defeat, the best possible outcome. Federation Council setting. Session. Greetings, Prime Minister Yelena Kazakov, which is still the Prime Minister. I mean, fascinating. We wish to discuss the ongoing plans to bring the Saurian League into the Federation. Andoria changes by -50. Federation diplomatic escort. We shall arrange a conference between both sides. Yes, we shall. We shall arrange a conference. The war is over, luckily, for us. Offer association status to both of these. That was the entire point of having them here. Is a protectorate under the coalition of planets. Okay, that is lovely. That is lovely. Alright, I can later integrate you and everything. Beautiful. Okay, let's go and improve relations with you. And I do have a lot of envoys out there doing not much. So, how do I just click? Was that it? I think you just click, right? Cation Morali, Temerian, Ferengi, and representing us in the Coalition of Planets. Okay, yeah, you keep them. If I need them, I'll call them back. For now, let them just stay. We will send a military escort ship. We will send the Enterprise to do the thing, because, well, you know, Enterprise. Obviously, who else are we going to send? And yes, that's the Cardassians taken care of, and that is kind of us expanding if you think about it, because, well, for one, they've taken space, and it's not just that, but they've now, the Zenkethi have now become a protectorate under us, so now they're our vassals. A disloyal vassal, but we will work on that in a bit. Okay, good. I'm happy about that. I hope these guys vote yes on this thing, because, I mean, come on, right? Invite them into the coalition. I don't want to invite them into the coalition. I've been thinking about this. I want to get rid of this coalition, but I can't wait for the Cation Union to just go off on its own, you know what I mean? Because
Technology discovered.
They're too big of a player. And if they were to ally with the Cardassians or the Tholians or something, that's not going to be good. Even though the chances of that happening are, like, astronomically low, because they were just at war with each other, so yeah. Though the Cardassians did vassalize them once, they might try and do that again. So I do want to protect them in that sense, I suppose. Okay, are we going to vote on this anytime soon? No. Galactic market established on Bolarus. Okay, that's going to become part of the Federation at one point in the future, so you know what? Fine. Very good. Very good. Okay. Vote passed, right? Yeah. Voted to offer. Association status, research agreement. Negotiate agreement. Wait, are you my protectorate as well? And I just didn't notice that. Ah, for crying out loud. Yes, you are. Never mind. I am going to try and integrate them via the Federation thing anyway, so... They're way too big to integrate via the alternative game mechanics, so... Yeah, no, that's fine. They can be a part of the... Actually, they're just an association member. They're not a proper member, right? It's just the Saurians and the Trill. So this is actually fine. Yeah, this is perfect. It's perfect. I didn't mess up. It's actually perfect. Okay. Now, what I recommend we do is we get rid of all of this. The Temerians and the Sonar Command are at war. I always imagine the Temerians as being this sort of... I don't want to use the word backwards, but that's not what I mean. Backwards, like in a directional sense, like they're in the back of the map, right? They're sort of in the back, isolationists, don't really expand much, don't really talk much to anyone. But in most games that I've had, they've been aggressive go-getters. I mean, they've been more aggressive than the Klingons most of the time, which is saying quite a bit. Even though the Klingons weren't that aggressive mostly, but... Yeah, it's... I mean... Bit of a problem, you know what I mean? Now, do I have my Kirk? No, I don't. Okay. In which case, Jonathan Archer, you were never really much of an Enterprise commander, since we appointed someone else instead of you to command the original Enterprise, or the first Enterprise. Why don't you command the Enterprise for a while until Kirk graduates from Starfleet Academy or something, I don't know. Anodyne thrusters, that's not bad. Mining station production is better, though. And I have pulse wave torpedoes, which is just useless, but... Okay, pulse wave torpedoes, fine. They'll be done quickly, okay. Yeah, sure, you can fight in the martial arts thing. Let's see how the Enterprise does, though. I think shift in the Xindi. They become more militaristic. Well, they were always a bit militaristic, so that's fine. Okay, let's see how the Enterprise does. Well, it's trading blow for blow. Its shields are down. It's down to its armor. Okay, lovely. Resilient or adaptable. I get one of the two for the captain. Okay, great. Yeah, armor is almost down. Still not transferred over to hull points, but sheesh, yeah, these are way too powerful for us. Okay, jump, leave. There you go. Ugh. That gave me a good understanding of how strong they are, though, the AI. I'm going to need all the vessels I can get for this, unfortunately. But, since the war is over, and the AI doesn't seem to be particularly aggressive, let's go over to... what can I do on Starbase 1? Nothing, it just provides the thing. Okay, fine. It's the Museum Society, right? Yeah, Historical Society. Show advanced cruisers. Retire, recommission, retire crossfield. Okay. Heavy cruisers. Retire the Yorktown. Multi-mission ships. Retire the Poseidon. Long-range explorers. The Hoover class, slot 0 out of 4, so the Hoover class is still active, and it should be still active from what I understand, right? Yeah, this is A and this is B. They're both similar and they're both supposed to be active. I don't really see the point, but fine. And then that should be it, right? The rest are all new ships. Yes. Constitution flagship. Yeah, okay, it is a little bit different. It's a flagship heavy cruiser. It's a little bit different to this, but that's fine. Okay, now that's, I mean, this is going to be like the biggest change in Federation history, because after this, we don't actually need to retire any of the Constitution class or anything. We can just keep them around until forever, because there's not that many afterwards, so keep that in mind. Okay. Anything you've been promised in the way of Bonaventure class ships or whatever, you're gonna have to forget about all of that. You're not getting it, unfortunately. And yeah, I promised you like 5 Columbias. Sorry, not gonna happen. Yeah, just not gonna happen. Okay. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fleets. If you could all please go to Sol for repairs and for the purposes of getting together with everyone. We are then going to repair you and send you to fight against the rogue AI. Once done, you may survive, you may not, I don't know. Some of you won't, I'm sure. But that's not a particularly bad thing, because for every ship that we lose, we will simply remove it from the fleet index, and we will replace it with much bigger, grander, and more impressive vessels. So, yeah. Unfortunately, the lives of the crewmen that we will inevitably lose to this disaster is not something that we can just easily compensate for, but what can we do about it? We have 21,000 trained officers on Earth waiting for a new job, so honestly, like I said, this entire maneuver is going to be the least Federation thing I've done, but it's necessary. It's a necessary game thing to sort of take this Federation the direction I want it to go, and that's not necessarily more militarized, quite the opposite, but a little bit more badass, right? Okay, so I'm going to play a little bit off-camera here, deal with the macroeconomics, although I suppose these are still microeconomics of the sectors and everything, and I will see you when I'm done with all of this. And when the fleets reach Sol. So, until then, let's just cut it here really quickly and continue the episode when that happens. And here we are. I feel like this would have made a terrific intro. Huh, love how this is off-center, because there's 2 things, and the ring is off-center of this one. It's being pulled. Okay, that's that being mildly interesting to me, and the shape and size of this system completely aside and irrelevant. This is not probably, this is the largest gathering of Federation ships thus far. We have everything here. Literally all our fleets are here, apart from the Enterprise and the IGS Kumari, because why would I take the Kumari into battle? I mean, yes. It's more of a moving museum than anything else. A testament to the old turbulent days of the founding of the Federation. The Enterprise being our flagship, obviously I'm not going to put at risk. Also, it does have a very, very, very important mission. It is to patrol the borders of Romulan space, or rather the Federation Romulan border, because, as you can see, we've integrated the Saurians fully, and we're building a little thing over here for a chemisite mine. That's all fine, they're very happy to be parts of the Federation, that's lovely. As that happens, though, The Romulans declare war on me, and as you can see, their fleet power is pathetic compared to mine, but their economy is supposedly equivalent. That's a little bit scary, considering our economy has pretty much doubled in size since integrating the Saurians and letting a little bit of time tick over, and etc, etc. Yeah, it is a little bit concerning, but the Romulans are definitely a powerhouse in the galaxy right now, so we gotta keep our eyes on them, let's say. Non-violence, frontier, tradition, defensive wars only. Federation policy, trade. Federation policy, trade. I feel like this is something I might be able to change. Biannual event, gender, Federation member. Share research. Every member world will provide a 2.5 increase to research. Additional trained officers, alloys and minerals, trade. Yeah, this is, I think, what they want. Naval capacity. I'm gonna go with research for now, because I like to lead the universe in research. And I think I am, because I'm pretty much miles ahead of everyone else in terms of research, apart from the Klingons. See, for some reason, I think the Klingons are ridiculously powerful in this game. Now, I say that even though I'm, as you can see, pretty much, like I said, miles ahead of everyone else as the Federation. But the Federation is meant to be powerful and then be sort of be drawn back and held back by its pacifism and stuff. I mean, I'm just going to openly admit and talk about this because I think it's very relevant for this series and why I'm just going to explain why I'm going to do certain things. I had a game in this very same map with the Borg recently. I played it off camera, and it was a lot of fun until the Klingons declared war on me, and I think the game broke. Because, you see, generally, once you get spheres as the Borg, you pretty much roll over everything. Now, obviously, those spheres do need to be upgraded a little bit, and you can't just send one sphere, you need a couple, but generally speaking, a couple of pyramids in a sphere or a couple of spheres in a pyramid will do you wonders, and you're just going to roll over everything else, and after that, it just sort of becomes roleplay. You do need to let other races expand and colonize stuff, because you can't colonize planets, but I had 3 Unimatrixes built, and I just got done with a war with, I think, what was the Antican Pax, or the Tholians? No, it wasn't the Tholians, it was it these guys? No. Might have been these guys. I don't know. It was in this sort of area. This is roughly where you start. Actually, might have been the Cations. Yeah, it was the Cations. I was fighting the Cations, and I was sort of in this area, and I've controlled about that much space as the Borg, and I was like, okay, I'm going to sit pretty now. I need to sort out my supplies, because you use up a lot as the Borg when you're colonizing, and when you're assimilating and stuff. And at that point, the Klingons come in and just blow everything up. But here's the thing. I think they were so technologically advanced that the game didn't really know how to tell me that, because the moment my spheres and my space stations made contact with their ships, my stuff just disappeared. And I don't mean that the combat lasted quickly, I mean 2 laser shots, or phasers, or disruptors, or whatever the hell they were using, like 2 hits, and an entire sphere would explode. It was something like at a Star Trek Voyager when Species 8472 invades the Borg, even though the Borg invaded first, but never mind. When they start attacking the Borg and they just fire like 2 blasts of pew pew and an entire cube just blows up and there's nothing the Borg can do and they can't adapt. It was kind of like that. And they just crushed through everything and I lost the game. And I was very confused because the fleet power said equivalent and the technology said that I was better. And I was very, very confused about that because I was like, well, hold on, if I'm technologically superior, and our fleet power was roughly similar, right? My cubes and spheres, or sorry, my pyramids and spheres were around 6,000, 7,000. Their ships were, or their fleets were around 5, 6, 7,000 as well. Except their ships, they had more ships, right? If I would have had like 2 or 3 spheres and a couple of pyramids in a fleet, or actually usually I had around like 3 ships in a fleet. So 2 spheres and a pyramid, or 2 pyramids and a sphere. If I would send that, and that would be like 5,000 to 6,000, they would have like 15 ships together, which would be roughly the same, or maybe slightly above. That was highly confusing, which is why I'm terrified of the Klingons as the Federation as well, and I want to get better ships as quickly as possible, and I ideally don't want to fight them, but everything else, thus far, or at least as far as I've been able to see, is fine. But this is the single largest battle the Federation has ever been involved with. We are using all the admirals, including a new guy, so Shran and everyone else, but including a new guy. Hold on, I will find him. There, no, that's Travis Mayweather. Taral, yes, we do have Admiral Taral. He's from Discovery, haven't watched the show that far, don't remember who he is, don't know, don't like Discovery, but yeah, he's from Discovery, so he's obviously welcome to join us. And that's it. I mean, there's a lot of laser fire happening, or a lot of phaser fire happening, sorry, but that's about it. I think we lost to Yorktown there. Actually, I can check here, can't I? No, we did not lose anything. Even better, honestly. We did not lose anything. Alright. Checking out, you sound a little bit disappointed. Tiny bit. Tiny bit. Okay. Congratulations, our brave crew have managed to defeat all enemy ships taken over by the AI control. The lead ship, NCIA-93, is still intact, and our scientists believe there is still enough left of the original system that will allow us to reclaim the vessel and add it to the fleet. The USS Modin. USS Modin, okay. What's it look like? Right. Well, it's not the best ship I've ever seen, but it is another unique ship to add to the fleet, so you know what? Welcome aboard, why not? You're going to be useful against the Romulans. Which I feel like that's what I've just been saying to myself over and over and over again forever now, but, you know, it is true. Okay, now is the time of the great reconstruction, I'm afraid. And, oh yeah, it will have to happen. And I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to play off camera for a couple of years probably, because this is going to take a while to reconstruct all of this, but now is the time. I do have to remember to do it gradually, though, because if I disband all my ships immediately, that's not going to be good. Alright. So, second fleet. What do we do with you? How do we do this? Just out of curiosity, yeah. I can't, yeah, no shipyards can build that, because they're decommissioned. Here as well, like, no shipyards can build that. Okay. I could upgrade all of these and then sort of work my way up from there, but... you know, So, tell you what. How much is a Constitution class? And, well, they're not even that much to build. Okay, let's go. First fleet. Taral. Get rid of your Bonaventure class ships. Excuse me? Is that not going to work the way I imagined it will? Because I get the feeling that's the problem currently. Okay, let me just Okay, economy first. Economy first. We need cities and to expand our infrastructure just a little bit. And then... let's put you all over, move you all of you back to Sol.
Survey complete.
Not quite sure what's happening here because I thought I could just disband these off of the menu over there. Fleet manager. First Fleet. Disband. Light Cruiser Mark II Bonaventure. You sure you want to disband 0 ships? I can't do it from here, can I? That's the problem, is that I can't do it from here. I have to do it manually inside the actual thing, which is going to take more time, but... that's alright, I suppose. Okay, let's just grab one more diversity thing. Survey speed, admiral level cap, leader level cap. Let's go with leaders. Admirals are fine, but I think leaders in general will be better. The Vulcan High Command is now a tier 3 subject. Look at that. Man, that is pretty amazing. Like, subjects are amazing. Just because of the flat benefits that they give you. Doesn't matter how, doesn't matter what they're doing and how they're doing. It's just flat bonuses for having a subject. They are pretty gosh darn amazing. Okay, so we're going to bring these back to Sol, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just manually disband all of these, I think. Yeah. I don't think I have much of a choice. Can I do that from here? Yeah, I can. No, I can do it from here. Okay, First Fleet. Let's actually try. Disband, disband, disband. So that was the Bonaventure class ships, which are retired, right? Ship designer. Yeah, now we have the Shepherds and the Saladins and the Eagles and the Hoovers and etc, etc. I will have to play around with these as well just to give them a couple of extra things, like these guys could use a inertial dampener. Actually they can't because of the power situation. Yeah, but the Eagle class can use like EPS manifold and inertial dampeners, for example. Yeah, we'll have to play around with these a little bit. But tell you what, this is a little bit boring. I'm going to do all of this off camera, because it's just going to be me sitting in silence and checking that everything is up to date and all of that. Thank you very much for watching. I will finish this off, and then we will continue when things kick off with either the Romulans or something interesting happens and I start fighting someone else, or I start integrating, or rather I integrate another faction into the Federation. Whichever happens first, really. Oh, this, you will have to get a fusion reactor on, and then... let's go with that, whoops. That, and EPS manifold. There you go. Much better. Alright, and I will also obviously be slowly upgrading our ships one at a time. Or rather, replacing our ships one at a time. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching once again. Like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video, and we'll stay tuned with the rest of the content that I produce on this channel. Until next time, have fun, take care, and bye-bye.